Hi there. I'd like to show you how to make a bicycle handle, a rubber handle on a bicycle that would slide over the handlebar. And you can see a picture of it here. It's called lesson 26 and it's the handle. And we'll be using the revolve tool. I don't think we've ever done that before. It'll be fun. And here you have some dimensions. And then also from those dimensions, you can solve some of these other dimensions. And I have kind of helped out here by giving you some of those dimensions. And then ultimately you will use that revolve tool. And I'll show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and get busy on this. Yes, I'll primarily be looking at these dimensions right here. So here we go, slide that over. And let's get Autodesk Inventor up and running. Of course, you want to check your projects, but by now all of your projects should be saved in the right spot. And then you go to New, English, and Standard, and then Create. This will be done in inches, and therefore that's why we would use English. And then create a 2D sketch. Choose the XY plane. And here's something that we have not done before. Well, I guess we have done construction lines. We're going to use it as an axis to revolve around, though, in this case. So I hit the construction lines. We'll go over to the line, and we'll just make a construction line. Doesn't really matter how long it is. Just make sure it's at 0 degrees, and then hit Enter. And escape, and we'll try that again. So we're going to just do a construction line, something about that long, make sure it's at 0 degrees, and then just click, and you're good to go. So, yep. So the next thing we want to do is we'll just make a line straight across here, and the distance of that line needs to be 0.156, and then Enter. Oh, made a mistake. I left the construction line on. So let's just go backwards, turn off that construction line, and we'll try it again. And anytime you make a mistake, it's not that big of a deal. It's not the end of the world. You can always go back and try to fix it. 0.156, and then hit Enter, and then escape. Good. And now we will want to get that the right distance from the construction line. So we'll go Dimension. We'll click on this line. We'll click on the construction line. We'll slide it to one side. And that needs to actually be just a small distance away from that. And that is 0.09375. It's probably going to round that. And it does. It rounds it to 0.94. Okay, so now it's just a matter of building the rest of this. We'll just use the line. Turns green. Make sure you go straight down at 90 degrees. And that distance needs to be 0.59375, a little more than ½ inch. And then hit Enter. And then escape. There we go. Now it's starting to come together. And you can tell by the dimensions given, this long line will be, it's actually going to be 4.469 inches. So let's just put that in there, make sure it's at 0 degrees. Put 4.469, and then hit Enter, and then escape. And you'll notice here, I'll need to get this up just a little bit, and I'll need to make it smaller as well so that you can see it. Yep. And so then what we're going to do from that is we're going to go just straight up 0.25. So we'll go over, turns green, go straight up, and make it 0.25, and then hit Enter, and then escape. Now what we can do is just make a line from here all the way over here until you see another line pop down. It's kind of a quick way to do this so you don't actually have to worry about the dimensions. Just make sure, though, that you're at 180 degrees, and then it should pop straight down. That's too far. There, we got a line going straight down. And then just click it and escape. Now we'll know if this is right if we do a line from this point to that point and it is 90 degrees. If it's not, well then we just need to go backwards and fix it, but I think we've got it right. So green to green is 90 degrees and we're good to go. Now you can round these edges later or you can do them right now. I think it would be fun to just show you how to use the fillet in the 2D sketch. So let's go ahead and do that. Right up here is fillet. And you'll want to change that radius to 0.25. 0.25. And then you will want to click on this corner. And it rounds it just like that. And this corner, and it rounds it just like that. And so what you really have is you have an axis, and it's going to revolve around this. And I'm about to show you how that's done. So we rounded this edge and that edge, and we're going to finish the sketch. I guess we could have done this edge too. Either way, I think it's fine. So let's finish this sketch. And then we are going to revolve. It's right next to extrude. It says revolve. Now you'll notice that it's already chosen the shape. So the profile has been selected. But what's in red here is they need to know that select the axis. So what we want to do is we'll just click on that. And you'll notice that this is blue now. And it looks like a handle is just developed. You can see how that has circled all the way around the axis. So let's click OK, and let's see what we've got here. So we've got a hole. Let's go through the handle. This is on the other end with a tiny hole, and that turned out pretty cool. So the next thing we'll want to do is we'll probably want to go ahead and change it to black. Most handles are black. And it might be fun to put a little texture on it. So we can go with a fine textured black and see what that looks like. See, it's got a little bit of grip on there with that texture, and that looks pretty cool. And you can see straight on through. And that's just a handle that slides onto the handlebar. And that's pretty awesome. So we'll hit the house, see where we're at. There we go. It looks good. So then all you'll want to do then after that is go over to the fourth one over. And then you'll want to call it handle. And then save. And that's all there is to it. It's a really fun tool to use, that revolve. I'm glad we had an opportunity to kind of mess around with that. Have a great day. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. Take care.